Hi, it's James from the Canadian Urban Garden, and today we're going to be talking about succession planting lettuce. If you take a look at this grow bag, you can see that it's pretty much done. This is arugula. There's some spring greens like this mizuna, some lettuce, some mesclun, a few other things. So what we're going to do today is take out all this and replant it with some lettuce seedlings that I have here. Then I'll talk about these seedlings here, and I'll start some new lettuce seedlings. The first thing I have to do here is to take out all of the old growth because we don't need it anymore. So I'm just going to take it out. You don't have to be very gentle with it, you just take it all out. And I'll put that in my compost bin. Now I'll just take the potting soil and dump it into this wheelbarrow so I can revive it. This soil probably has lots of life left in it because it just grew a bit of lettuce, but I'm going to amend it with some earthworm castings just to make it better. That should be plenty. Now I'm going to hydrate it. I'm also going to fertilize it with a bit of chicken manure, which is high in nitrogen. And nitrogen is good for leaf growth. So as we're going to grow lettuce in here, it'll do the trick. Just going to add a bit more. Now we can take the amended hydrated soil and put it back in the bag. Just going to top dress it with a bit more earthworm castings because you just can't have enough. The lettuce I'm going to put in there is Merlot. It's a red lettuce. And I have 11 seedlings here. One of them didn't germinate. So I'm just going to make 11 holes in this grow bag. And just slide them out and get them in the hole. Plant them the same depth as the top of the seedling. And repeat. So as you can see, these red lettuce have been transplanted in, and in a few weeks they'll be ready to harvest, cut and come again style. I also have here 4 other kinds of lettuce seedlings. They're about a week younger than the ones I just transplanted. You can tell they're just starting to get their first true set of leaves. So these 4, this flashy trout black, this pirate butterhead lettuce, this is sucrine lettuce, which is about halfway between a butterhead lettuce, kind of like a Boston, and a romaine. And this is deer's tongue, which is sort of triangular. And I'll be planting those up in my other leaf bags that are almost spent, like the one that I showed you at the beginning of this video. This is called succession planting, and it's a way to have a continuous harvest of whatever you're growing. It's easiest or most commonly done with lettuce. If you come to the front, I'll show you what I mean. We're here in the front where I have some mature lettuce. The way that I grow lettuce for the most part is high intensity spacing. Come in close and take a look. You can see that this, it's called Reine des Glaces or Ice Queen lettuce, and this romaine lettuce is planted very closely together, and then all the way along the front of this bed it's the same. And when you plant them together like that, you're not going to get heads of iceberg lettuce. You're going to do what's called cut and come again style harvesting, and I'll show you what to do there. One way to do it, like let's just look at this romaine plant, right? What you can do is you just take the outside leaves, right, off of this plant. They're usually the biggest and most mature leaves, and then you leave the leaves that are in the middle. It's called the crown, like that, and it'll just grow up again and come again. So that is one way to help you have a continuous harvest of lettuce, is to do that. But eventually the lettuce or the leaves are going to get tired. You can only do cut and come again so many times before it starts to get bitter, or before the plant goes to seed, like you saw the arugula a bit earlier. So these seeds were planted about 5 weeks ago. These ones I had growing under the grow lights before that, and so they'll tire out at some point, and I'll have to put something else in its place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start more of those seeds now to complete the whole cycle. So now I'm going to plant some more lettuce, so when those ones in the front get tired, I'll have something to replace them with. So this here is my seed starting mix. It is 1/3 compost, mostly earthworm castings, 1/3 peat moss, and 1/3 vermiculite. And so I'm just going to take that and fill up my seed trays. This is vermiculite. It's good for keeping the soil loose, like perlite, like we made in the potting soil. But it holds on to moisture a bit better than perlite, so it's better for starting seeds. So when you make your seed starting mix, you can use vermiculite instead of perlite. At least that's what I do, and it seems to work pretty well. This is what it looks like. It's another mineral that keeps your soil loose. You can grow your seeds directly in peat moss if you want, or directly in vermiculite, or a mixture of the two, because everything that a seed needs to grow doesn't come from the soil. It's actually inside the seed. But things like earthworm castings or compost and peat moss, shrimp shells or manure, sheep manure, something like that, that will promote root growth. So then you'll be able to transplant healthy seedlings. So I will start some more iceberg, Reine des Glaces, and some more Gedeit or romaine. So I'm just putting, these don't have to be very deep, right? 1/4 inch or so. I'm just putting about 3 seeds in each one of those cells, and then I'll just top off the top with some more seed starting mix. I'll do the same for the romaine. And I'll just top that off as well. So then I'll just put all my seedlings back into the seedling tray. Actually, the new ones, I'm going to take them inside until they germinate. These ones will stay outside, as the sun will help them grow. So that's it for this video. We've been talking about succession planting to ensure a continuous harvest of lettuce. All you got to do is just plant new seeds or new seedlings every week or every 2 weeks, depending on how much lettuce you like to eat. And then you should be good to eat salad all season. Thank you all for watching.